Welcome to this week's presentation of Talking Heads, the show where you never know what will come out of their mouths. And here are today's heads.
Joe,
Bridget,
Kelly,
and Kendra.
Paul.
Heads. Are we ready? Who is going to start?
I'll start. I believe it's appropriate to open with bombing at the Boston Marathon, which I believe was done by a group of foreign terrorists.
no way Paul, it had 2 billion domestic.
Callie, are you serious? Those bombs are the speciality of the guys we are fighting in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Not true. There are documents on the web that give detailed instructions. A 5th grader could make them.
I don't think any of you are right. I heard it was a Yankee fan. A guy with a Yankee hat and a pinstripe shirt was caught on his cell phone when the first bomb went off.
Yankee fans are whacked out, but I don't believe that. Last I heard it was a dark image of a suspect. Who told you it was a Yankee fan?
My mom told me. And she knows.
Heads. I do believe it's time for another subject.
I don't care if you change the subject, but my money says it's the foreigners. And your mom is probably blind and dumb.
How about gun control? Let's talk about that.
That's okay with me. Now that the Senate voted down the Manchin Toomey bill, background checks look dead. Where does it go from here?
Gun control has to start with background checks. Otherwise there is no gun control.
That pretty much dooms the entire legislation. The senators are gutless. Just because the NRA put pressure on them, they might get voted out of office.
Bridget, you come from a big city. There is police protection. But people living in the boondocks are miles from protection. They need to protect themselves.
And the senators need to protect their cushy jobs. So protecting people becomes secondary.
I don't want to sound like I'm sticking up for these guys, but it's a very sticky issue. There are too many pieces to consider. There are towns that mandated gun ownership.
How sick is that? You must own a gun. My mom would go nuts.
It looks like the momentum built after the Newtown shootings is dead. Outrage in this country tends to have a short lifespan. I think modifying gun control is dead.
I agree with you, Paul. It's too damn bad. Shameful, as OB called it.
It is a disgrace. Wait and see. There will be armed guards in all the schools soon. Pistol packing mamas at every playground.
That vision is disgusting.
My mama will never carry a gun. She doesn't even like water pistols. And daddy can't stand the sight of blood.
We're running out of time. How about some quick comments on the boycotts of the standardized tests for teacher evaluations?
I don't want to talk about that. There is no good solution. We will look bad to the audience.
Callie is right for once. The whole standardized test setup is wrong. It makes teachers teach to the test to keep their jobs. Just like the politicians.
Paul, you are wrong. My sister is a teacher and she's not like any politician. She's honest. There is no way anybody can buy a grade from her. We should not talk about the boycott.
Save the boycott for another show. It's not a quick subject.
Right. Another show.
Well, that's it for today's show. The Talking Heads have spoken. Keep an eye out for the next episode of the Talking Heads.
Remember, keep an eye out for the next episode of The Talking Heads. Who knows which heads will show up? See you soon.